Hey guys, welcome to the channel. You're watching the Art Occultist, and my name is Elisa. I am so glad to have you here with me. Today, I am going to speak about three things that rub me the wrong way in the tarot community. This is a totally improvised video. To be quite honest, today I was planning on just relaxing and not film anything. But the idea came to me and I jotted down the three things that I wanted to share with you guys that rub me the wrong way in the tarot community. So I have no makeup on. I just took a shower, dried my hair. I am in my very comfy house clothes. And yeah, but despite that, I decided to come on and speak to you about those things. A quick disclaimer, those are only my opinions. If you have a different opinion, cool, you don't have to agree with me. This is my channel, and I am here to speak my truth, my mind, and to show up as my authentic self. And to be quite honest, those 3 points that I have today, I see them as truly problematic in the spiritual and the tarot community. And yeah. So, number one, it really drives me nuts whenever I hear a person on the tarot community speaking about decks as investments. And I always take it as they use the word investment, meaning that it was an expensive purchase to make. And I always feel whenever I hear somebody speaking about, oh, this deck is an investment deck, for me, it feels like they are trying to convince themselves that it was okay to spend the money on the deck. And it makes me laugh because what is an investment exactly? An investment is something that keeps giving back to you. So in business, when somebody is making an investment, they are spending money on something, but that something is actually making a larger profit. So they are going home with more money that they spent on the initial thing, right? And in tarot, in terms of spirituality, the only investment that you are making is actually, in my opinion, giving your energy, time, and attention to your practice, to your craft, meaning to learning how to read the cards, and then using the skill to better your life. Any deck can do that. A $20 deck Rider-Waite-Smith from Amazon can do that for you, and will probably give you more than the $70,000-$80,000 deck that those people are referring as investment deck, investment purchase. For me, this type of language and this term is used incorrectly in the tarot sphere. It feels like I already mentioned, those people are using investment as a way to justify their spending habits. And if this deck doesn't multiply you the money that you spend on it, it's not truly an investment. Of course, you may develop a strong bond with it. It may aid you in your spiritual explorations, but you can achieve that even if not more with your traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck that costs $20-$25. I sense a disconnection there and just a justification a need to justify your spending habits. Once again, personal opinion, but this is what it feels like to me as an observer and as a viewer. The second one is even more controversial, and it is promoting, creating, or selling AI decks, AI courses, AI books, anything that's AI related. If you are promoting it, if you are creating it, or if you are financially benefiting from it, in my opinion, you are just a shitty person. And I have my reasons for that. By the way, if you haven't seen Ethany's new video on AI, go ahead and watch it. It's amazing. And she gives a lot of valid points that support the opinion that I'm going to share with you. So, first and foremost, we already know that AI is destroying our environment. Of course, there are a lot of other things that are actively destroying our environment, but AI is one of them. So it doesn't make it okay to actively promote it, benefit from it, and use it as an excuse to create art just because you don't know how to create art by yourself. This is the most lame and lame and stupid excuse that I have ever heard as an artist myself. There was a time in my life when I didn't know how to draw, I didn't know how to paint, but I learned because I wanted to do it and I needed to learn. And this outsourcing of your creativity to a language model, it's not even intelligent. Sorry, but it makes you look very stupid. Once again, personal opinion. Don't come from me for me. If you have a different opinion, totally fine. I just don't think we can be friends. That's it. The second point about AI, especially generative AI models that create images, text, all those things, those features that AI has. It actively steals art and the intellectual property of artists, writers, musicians, and creatives in general. It takes work from those people, and at the same time, it steals their works that they have already created. It puts them into a blender and it spits out slop. That's true. That's the reality. AI, it's not even good art because there's no creation in it. There's no human creativity, no human element in it. It's sloppy and most of the time it looks bad. The other thing I just want to touch upon, it is used in very unethical ways. I heard, once again, Ethany will cover this in her video as well, but there's this AI feature thing, I don't know how exactly to describe it. It's prevalent on Twitter/X, whatever this platform is called, that actually men take pictures of women, kids, even babies, and they use this AI model to undress them. So it's unethical. It's just shitty. And humanity is not on a level of its development, spiritual development, that in my personal opinion, could be trusted with such a technology. The other point that is more relevant in terms of tarot and spirituality, AI is soulless. It doesn't have substance. So how can you use something generated by AI in your spiritual practice, in your divination? You can't. It's soulless. It doesn't have any connection to anything that's spiritual. The next point that I have about AI using ChatGTP is actually making you look stupid. It does. It does. It steals your ability to process information for yourself, to research, to use your critical thinking of whether something is right or wrong. It creates a false sense of truth and truthfulness. And once again, it steals your ability as a person because people are creative. It steals your ability to create. Plus, the info and the information that it spits out is proven. It is proven that AI lies. So basically, the information is incorrect and you cannot trust it. And yet, so many people, I've seen even people online saying that AI is God. Like, have you lost your mind? Like, I just can't. This is bullshit. AI is bullshit. I personally can't take anybody that uses AI seriously. In my eyes, you are just very ignorant, underinformed, very easily controllable individual if you use AI. And don't come at me with the excuse that AI is just a tool. If you are a spiritual person and you use AI, if you defend it, if you promote it, and if you financially benefit from it, you have no morals. You don't care about humanity. You don't care about the environment. And you don't care about artists, creatives, and actual soulful connection to spirituality, to the spirit world, to your own inner world. You just don't care because those two things are mutually, they cannot mesh, in my opinion. Once again, this is my opinion. Like I said, in my opinion, you lack morals, you don't have a backbone, and you are not spiritual. You are cosplaying spiritual person. I know it's a controversial opinion. I'm not going to apologize for it because that's the reality. And that's my opinion. That's how I perceive all those spiritual creators that promote AI slop, that use AI, that script their videos with AI. I don't even think that you are intelligent anymore if you do those things. I think that you have given your power away for nothing, basically. For nothing in return. Okay, let's move to my third point. Tarot readers that abuse their influence and capitalize off people's pain, addiction, and unstable emotional state. I am seeing a lot of readers online that make everything in their power to keep emotionally and mentally unstable people hooked to their services so that they can get their money. And how do they do that? They tell you exactly what you want to hear in your unstable state. They give you false hope, and they actively participate in your addiction instead of actually telling you the truth and actually helping you bring peace to yourself, to your life, and break from that cycle of being dependent. Tarot is a spiritual tool, and it is an amazing tool. I truly believe, as a reader myself, that it can benefit every person's life. And if you have a good tarot reader, they will tell you that you don't need a reading every 2 days. And actually, if you have a good tarot reader, they will advise you to take time off between your reading sessions in order to process the information. And they will tell you that tarot is giving you suggestions, advice, but you should not give your power away to the reader that is reading the cards for you, or at what the cards say. A good tarot reader will encourage you to stand on your own 2 feet and actually embrace your sovereignty and power, and will not use you for money. Of course, money is a very important thing in a person's life. In our society, it is a way for us to survive. But money shouldn't come first, especially when it comes to the well being of another person. Once again, lack of morality and ethics. And this pisses me off because those readers, they give a bad name to every tarot reader. And it's just shitty. It's just shitty. In my opinion, if you are doing this, you are in fact a scammer. You are scamming people in very vulnerable state of mind, emotional state, and you are simply benefiting from their suffering. And you're not spiritual at all. And you are only there for the money grab and for making a quick buck, if you will. And to be quite honest, most of those people don't even know how to read the cards correctly. So I think that those are all of the points that I wanted to make. Yeah, we have 3 points. Once again, let's summarize them. The first point was speaking about tarot decks as investments. The second point that I made was promoting, creating, or selling AI decks or products in the spiritual sphere and basically in any sphere. And the third point I made was the tarot readers that scam people and that use their influence to capitalize off the unstable emotional space of their clients. Once again, those were my opinions. I will not tolerate any shitty comments in the comment section down below. If you have something negative to say to me personally, your comment will be deleted. So yeah, with having said that, I am more than interested to hear your feedback, with the exception of no hate, judgment, etc. will be tolerated. Once again, I said that those are my opinions, and it is okay if you have different opinion, and that's it. Okay, so that's everything for today. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, for being part of my community here on the Art Occultist. And yeah, before we part ways, please like and subscribe. And I also want to let you know that I have anyway, I don't feel like promoting myself in this video. So anyway, all of my links are in the description box down below if you are curious to see what I do. And that's everything for today. Take care, many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one.